Hey everybody, we're back. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared for super auto pets. Now, let me explain. I'm not one to bitch and moan that pets have to get nerfed or whatever it is. Unless it's the flying fish, everybody has their limits. However, with the introduction of the golden pack, I have concerns about the game's longevity and lifespan. Hear me out. There are some pets that have been introduced in this pack that have just blown the game out of the water. Pets like the bird of paradise, the grizzly bear, the combo poison dart frog and slug, flea on its original release when it got its ability at the start of battle, it just fainted. Crazy stuff that just made all the other packs that we have seen before almost obsolete. Obviously, flying fish, turkey was a crazy time that I don't even feel like we've left yet. All I'm trying to say is that I have concerns for the game's longevity. When they release another pack, are we going to get Flying Fish 2.0? Am I going to get something that's stronger than the German Shepherd? Oh, if you have this pet on the field and you buy a pet, you instantly get 2 wins. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, it's not going to be that extreme. Where does it end, though? Hopefully, Teamwood figures it out. I think that this pack was just a little bit clunky. And future packs, I think, need to just be a little bit more refined so it doesn't disrupt the meta in such a crazy way. Anyways, while the pets are here and they're busted and they're broken, we may as well have some fun with them, you know what I mean? In this video, we're going German Shepherd. And I figured to myself, how can I really get the most out of the German Shepherd? You buff him, he has crazy high attack, you buy a pet, and what happens? 40 attack, 5 HP, or something along those lines. How can we get high HP and high attack from the GSD? Pretty obvious, it's the Lollipop. Purchase a pet, he will get very high attack, 30 attack, 5 HP. You purchase another copy of the same pet. Do not combine them. Don't buy one on top of the other. Purchase one, purchase another in another slot. You're going to use the Lollipop on it, swap the stats, combine them. Now all of a sudden you have a big unit on both sides. It's a little bit of work. You know, it's a little bit clunky, a little bit janky, but it gets you there. It gets you there. And you'll see once we get to the end game. Here's a big piece that we pick up. It's the Tamarin. And we nearly got him level 3. Or level 2 rather. Obviously level 2 Tamarin makes pivots so fast. Anytime I see Tamarin from turn 4 to turn 6, auto take. Auto take. I've also been messing around with tropical fish of all things. I think my thinking was, well, I'm so into bluebird, why not just like tropical fish but on the other side? You know what I mean? Like I can control a bluebird but it's for defense. Seems pretty self-explanatory. I ultimately believe stats are king. That's why I have so many scalers. And that kind of ties back into my point is if you can't beat him, you gotta join him. At this point, you could pound your head against a wall and try and brute force some finesse into your games. But ultimately, when everybody's running Hammer Shark, Bird of Paradise, German Shepherd with slugs, and they already have like huge base stats, you're gonna have to give her. You're gonna have to combat that by scaling wide. So here we are. Penguin I've actually been into as well. It's just it's a figment of the past. It's not a thing anymore. Just let him go. Unfortunately, it is. He's been usurped by the African penguin. I don't make the rules. Okay, I just enforce them. So we're ultimately gonna pivot Tamarin into German Shepherd. And the fact that you could just put the stats on GSD, bring him out, is just instantly game changing. Instantly game changing. This run is in a little bit of danger though. As you'll notice, 2 HP on round 9. So we're gonna have to bust out some serious wins. Here I pick up the third Tamarin. And all I'm thinking is, man, we're not even going to the moon. We're going to freaking Jupiter. We're going to Pluto. Not really a planet anymore, but I just wanted to throw that one out there for the boys. Poor Grizzly has been nerfed, even though we don't even lose, we smoke him. Poor Grizzly, get the frick out of here. Suck my ass, Grizzly user. And honestly, for the life of me, I can't say why I froze that badger, but here we are. Okay, we're gonna sell the Tamarin, we're busting out the GSD, and it all begins. This is where it all goes down here. 40 attack GSD on round 10 is just nutso. So right now he's giving, I believe it is 30% of his attack, 30% of 42. I'm not a huge math guy, so we might have to wait until to see me summon a pet first. Honestly, we actually come a little bit close to losing to this horse, cricket, sheep with a honey team, which is super embarrassing. Here we go. Bird of Paradise. If I'm gonna use one busted unit, I may as well just use them all, right? Bird of Paradise, not nearly as good as it used to, but can the BOP go? Here, I find the second one, and this is when it all clicks. Oh, I could just buy them separately, and you see now one has very high attack, higher than the other, right? If I slap a Lollipop on one of them, reverse the stats, and then combine them, I'm kind of getting the best of both worlds. Now, you got to run a pseudo-ish 4 squad, but we've ran worse 4 squads. Let me tell you that for damn sure. I know for a fact that you have run worse 4 squads than what I have on the screen right now. And here's where it all goes down, man. I'm gonna sell the first Husky and buy a second Husky instead of combining them, because it's gonna be such a considerable attack increase. And then I roll into the Lollipop and it all clicks. Lollipop is gonna go on 1 BOP to swap the stats. Then they're gonna get combined. Here I'm thinking like, man, I am not smart enough mathematically to determine which is better, so I'm just gonna pick one at random. I'm just being honest. And now you're like, wow, okay, this is a unit, man. 1935 is nothing to sneeze at. We can live a hit from Elephant Blowfish, for Christ's sake, you know, like we'll fall eventually, but still, we lived a hit. Look at this. Comes out 33, 34, 36 is just nutso. Just nutso. For a Bird of Paradise that I've put next to no resources into, it just seems a little unacceptable, IMO. And that's where the point of my concern lies, I think, is when is enough enough? Are we gonna get pets that are just gonna be GSD 2.0, right? That's my worry. There's only so much you can power creep a game before there's nothing left, and your tier 1 pets are like, oh, summon this pet and you get plus 25 attack and 28 HP. Okay, come on, like, work with me. Let's dumb everything down. Cool. Look at this freaking 1-up wolf user. I'm drawing my ire from Teamwood Games to freaking Jabroni using 1-up wolf. Suck my ass, man. 1-up wolf should be banned. And that's another one. Wolf came out, and that shit was like the craziest summon enabler ever. Maybe I'm not one to talk because I'm rocking 3 Bird of Paradise, and I'm about to bust out like a Husky that's gonna be 40-40, I believe. I can't really bitch and moan. But you know what? That's the state of the game. That's how she goes. And look how far ahead we are. Like, it's not even funny. Technically, we're in danger of losing, technically, but it's pretty night and day that this one ain't even freaking close. Husky comes out, get your ass lollipopped, get your ass freaking combined, and that's all she wrote. 35-42. I put 9 gold into him. If I asked you, can I put 9 gold into a pet, get him 38-45, you would say, holy bursh, you've cracked SAP. You've figured out the source code. Obviously, you could say, oh, you've put you know, X amount of gold into the German Shepherd because you put X amount of gold into the Tamarin. True. Okay, I'm just looking in a vacuum, so just let me make my point in this bit, okay? At this point too, it's like, what else are we going to be looking for? Am I going to look for another Cobra to kind of round out the squad? Then I'm losing a damn near 50-50 that I just leveled for next to no reason. By now, the game is dunsies. The game's dunsies, right? Cobra's hitting for a crazy amount, and everything's near 50-50. The 2 Bird of Paradise honestly was way overkill. Way overkill. But when you're this deep, you may as well just go for it. I do like these little interactions. Like, yeah, German Shepherd in a vacuum, he's a pretty busted pet. When you pair him with something that's not used very often, like the Lollipop, you can get a little bit more out of it, which I really appreciate. You know, like if you're gonna use the busted pets, like let's use them a little bit with a little bit of finesse, you know, just a little bit. I'm not saying that this is the most ingenious setup that you've ever seen in your whole damn life. However, I think it's a little bit clever because I've never seen it. I don't watch a lot of SAP though. So, hey, that's just my 2 cents on the matter. If you want to see more, catch me on Twitch tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Central Time. Hopefully y'all come out. We have a good time. You know, we kind of shoot the shit, tell bits, passively play Super Auto Pets in the background. We're also checking out Super Auto Battlemon later on in the afternoon, 10:45 to 12:30. Hope to see y'all there. If I don't, have a fantastic weekend and hope to see y'all soon. See ya.